Okay, so we reached the last part of Kingdom Animalia, which is to explain the evolutionary relationship of animals. So, the evolutionary relationship of animals is based on 5 factors. The first one is the level of organization. Second one is the germ layer. Third is the body plan, meaning the symmetry. Fourth is the body coelom. And the fifth, the segmentation of the animal. So, in terms of level of organization, we divide all animals into 2 main groups, whether it is a parazone or a eumetazone. So, parazone is basically groups of cells that are loosely arranged. They do not form through tissues, while eumetazone has through tissues. Germ layers, on the other hand, is either diploblastic or triploblastic. So diploblastic has 2 germ layers, while triploblastic has 3 germ layers. For diploblastic, they only contain an ectoderm and an endoderm inside, while triploblastic have ectoderm, mesoderm, and an endoderm. The third one is body symmetry. So body symmetry is split into 2 types, which is either radial symmetry or bilateral symmetry. So radial symmetry is when there are multiple planes can be divided to the body of the animals and into similar half. While the bilateral symmetry, you can only cut it in one plane to have similar half. The fourth one is body coelom or body cavity. The body cavity is a fluid-filled space between the outer body wall and the digestive tract. There are 3 types of body coelom. First is acoelomate, second is pseudocoelomate, and third is coelomate or eucoelomate. So acoelomate means there are no body cavity at all, no coelom. So the body is solid. The second one, pseudocoelomate, false coelom, shows that the body cavity is not completely lined by the mesoderm, meaning the coelom is touched by the mesoderm and also the endoderm. However, for coelomate, the body cavity is completely lined by the mesoderm, meaning the coelom is only inside of the mesoderm and does not touch the endoderm. So this is considered as true coelom. The evolutionary advantage of having a coelom is that it provides a space where internal organs can develop and function. For example, the lungs can expand due to the presence of space from the coelom. The fifth one is the presence of segmentation. Body without segment cannot control their movement precisely. So, when septa divide the coelom into a series of compartments, the compartments of most body systems, such as the nervous and the muscle, are repeated in each segment. This body plan, are called metameric segmentation, usually starts to be seen in earthworm. So this enables the control movement by separate segments independently and specifically. So the segmented body can also be seen in phylum Annelida, Arthropoda, and Chordata. In millipedes, they have paired appendages, where they contain antennae and legs in each segment. But most of their body segments have legs just for the movement. In higher animals, a few segments are grouped together to form a distinct body region called the tegmata. So the tegmata consists of a head, thorax, and abdomen. These segments may or may not fuse together. Here, the segments are specialized for different functions. The head will use as the brain and accessory organs, the thorax for walking, legs, the abdomen for reproduction. The tegmata can be seen only in phylum Arthropoda and Chordata. So let's try to summarize the overall evolutionary relationship in Kingdom Animalia and how all of these animals are classified into the 9 phylum. So first things first, we look at the level of organization, meaning the evolution of tissues, whether that animal have true tissues or not. So true tissues, meaning they are parazoan, and in terms of its symmetry, they are asymmetrical, so no shape at all. So all of those animals are classified under porifera, typically known as the sponges. On the other hand, if the animal has true tissue, they are known as eumetazoan. And the eumetazoan is split in terms of its germ layer and body symmetry. So if the germ layer is diploblastic, meaning they have two germ layers, and radial symmetry, they are classified under phylum Cnidaria. Examples of Cnidarian are corals, jellyfish, and sea anemone. On the other hand, if they are triploblastic, three germ layers, and have bilateral symmetry, they can split in terms of its body cavity. So there are three body cavity, whether it is acoelomate, no body cavity, pseudocoelomate, false body cavity, and true body cavity, which is coelomate. So animals that are acoelomate are immediately classified as phylum Platyhelminthes, which is known as flatworms. For pseudocoelomate, the false body cavity, they are classified under phylum Nematoda, roundworms. And for coelomate, we can divide it in terms of the patterns of cleavage during the embryonic development. So whether they can develop mouth first or anus first. So if during embryonic development it develops the mouth first, it is known as a protostome. So now we're going to look at the presence of the segment, whether they are segmented or not. If there's no segmentation and they are protostome, they are immediately classified as phylum Mollusca. So examples of mollusca are snails, clams, and squid. If they are protostome and segmented, we can divide them in terms of the type of segmentation, where they have stigmata or metameric segmentation. So if there are metameric segmentation or no stigmata, they are classified under the phylum Annelida, which means they are segmented worms. If they are protostome, segmented, and has stigmata, we classify it as phylum Arthropoda, such as millipede, scorpion, insect, and etc. Now we're going to look in terms of uterostome. Okay, so uterostome is when they develop the anus first. So we further divide them in terms of the presence of segment. If there's no segmentation, they are classified under phylum Enchidodermata. Examples are starfish, sea urchin, and sea cucumber. And lastly, if they are uterostomes and segmented, they are immediately classified under the phylum Chordata. So examples are hemichordates and vertebrates, such as humans. Okay, that's it for topic of Animalia. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.